Everyone has goals. Think about that for a moment. Everyone. The person sitting in a small apartment dreaming of something bigger. The employee quietly believing they are capable of more than their current title suggests. The parent who wants to give their children a life they never had. The young man who falls asleep every night with a picture in his mind of what his future could look like. Everyone has goals. So why do so few people actually reach them? It is not because success is reserved for a fortunate few. It is not because some people were born with something others were not. The real reason is far simpler and far more honest than most people are willing to admit. Most people stop. They begin with genuine excitement. They feel the energy of a new start. And then, when the excitement fades and the real work begins, they stop. Not because they cannot continue, because they were never truly committed to continuing. They were committed to the feeling of starting. Success is predictable. It is not luck and it is not magic. It is hard work and discipline. A goal without action is only a wish. A goal without discipline is only an idea. A goal without consistency will never become an achievement. And today, that is exactly what we are going to talk about. Not the excitement of setting goals, the discipline of actually reaching them. If this is the kind of content that genuinely challenges you to grow, subscribe to this channel right now and turn on notifications. Because every video here is built around one purpose: helping you become the person your goals have been waiting for. Now, think about a builder. Before a finished house exists, one brick is placed, then another, then another. Nobody builds an entire house in a single day. Nobody builds anything worth having in a single day. Life works in exactly the same way. Every meaningful goal is built one action at a time, one decision at a time, one disciplined day at a time. The house does not appear because someone wished for it. It appears because someone kept laying bricks long after the initial excitement of the project had completely disappeared. Now understand something important about goals that most people overlook. Goals are not meant to be comfortable. They are meant to stretch you. They are meant to challenge things about you that have never been challenged. They are meant to transform you into someone you are not yet. Because the real purpose of a goal is never only to reach a destination. The real purpose is to become someone stronger in the attempt. Many people focus all of their attention on the finish line. Successful people focus on today's work. They ask, what can I do right now? What is one step I can take today? Because they understand something the crowd never quite grasps. Tomorrow is always built by today's decisions. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. And that bridge must be crossed every single day. Not on the days when you feel motivated. Every day. Because there will be days when motivation is nowhere to be found. Days when the work feels pointless. Days when progress feels invisible and every reasonable argument says, take a break today. The people who achieve their goals are not the ones who always feel inspired. They are the ones who keep moving when inspiration has completely abandoned them. They understand that feelings are temporary visitors. Commitment is a permanent resident. Now let me ask you a question worth sitting with. What do you want your life to look like 5 years from today? Not what you think you should want. Not what would impress the people around you. What do you truly want? Could you answer that without hesitation right now? Most people cannot. Not because they lack intelligence. Because they have never taken the time to actually think clearly about it. They have never paused long enough to ask themselves, who do I want to become, and what kind of life do I want to build from that person? Now hear this carefully. A vague goal produces vague results. Every single time. Saying I want to be successful is not a goal. Successful at what? By when? Measured how? Why does it actually matter to you? The clearer your goal, the clearer your path. A ship with no destination does not drift towards success. The ocean decides where it goes. Life works in exactly the same way. Without clear goals, your circumstances begin making decisions for you. Other people's priorities become your priorities. Other people's expectations become your limits. And one day you look up and realize you have been living a life that was designed by everyone except you. Write your goals down. There is genuine power in committing a dream to paper. A goal that exists only in your mind can be forgotten during a difficult afternoon. A written goal becomes a daily reminder of the person you have decided to become. But do not write goals simply because they sound impressive to someone else. Write goals that make something come alive inside you. Goals that require growth. Goals that make you slightly uncomfortable because they demand more from you than your current self is capable of giving. When the reason behind a goal is strong enough, the effort required to pursue it becomes meaningful instead of exhausting. Now, understand this. Many people spend more time planning a vacation than planning their own future. They know exactly where they will be next weekend. They have absolutely no idea where they intend to be 5 years from now, and that is precisely why they drift. Without a chosen direction, life pulls you in every direction simultaneously. With a clear direction, you begin leading your life instead of simply reacting to it. And there is an enormous difference between those two ways of living. Now listen closely. Do not compare your goals to someone else's journey. Your purpose is completely unique. Your gifts are unique. Your path will be unique too. Do not chase another person's definition of success and call it your own. True success is never becoming someone else. It is becoming the fullest possible version of yourself. Now hear this. Every morning before the world tells you what it wants from you, remind yourself what you want from your life. Read what you are building toward. See it clearly. Then ask one simple question. What is one thing I can do today that moves me one step closer? Just one. Then do that one thing, and do it again tomorrow. Because great lives are not built through giant leaps. They are built through clear direction and faithful daily action. Repeated. Every day. For years. Now think about a staircase. You do not reach the top by wishing you could. You do not get there by talking about climbing. You get there one step at a time. One phone call made. One chapter read. One workout completed. 1 hour of focused work when distraction was available and easier. Small actions repeated daily always produce extraordinary results over time. Always. Now let me ask you something. What is your most important goal right now? Hold it clearly in your mind. Now ask yourself a second question. What can you do before this day ends to move one step closer to it? Not 10 steps. 1. Because one step taken consistently every day will always accomplish more than 100 intentions that never became actions. People overestimate what they can accomplish in a single day. They underestimate what they can accomplish in a single year of consistent effort. Why? Because they ignore the quiet power of showing up every day. Think about water. One drop against stone seems ridiculous. Pointless. But drop after drop after drop, over enough time, water reshapes stone, not through force, through persistence. Your daily actions work in exactly the same way. Now hear this. Do not wait until you have more time. Do not wait until everything feels perfectly aligned. Do not wait for motivation to arrive on your doorstep. Start exactly where you are. Use exactly what you have. Do exactly what you can with what is available right now, because progress always and only begins with the first step, not the second, not the 10th, the first. A successful day is not a perfect day. A successful day is a day where you kept your word to yourself. Maybe you only read 10 pages. Read them anyway. Maybe you only exercised for 20 minutes. Do it anyway. Maybe you only improved by 1%. That 1% matters more than you realize, because 1% every day compounded over a year produces something that no single dramatic effort could ever create. Now think about this. Discipline is built in the small moments that nobody photographs. The alarm rings and you get up. The book is open and you read. The work feels difficult and you continue anyway. Nobody applauds. Nobody sends you a message celebrating your consistency. But something far more valuable than applause is accumulating. You are collecting evidence. Private evidence that you are someone who keeps their word. And that evidence slowly becomes an unshakable confidence that no one can give you and no one can take away. Now hear this carefully. A goal without a deadline is simply a dream with comfortable furniture. You can live inside it forever without ever actually building it. One day I will start. One day I will change. One day everything will be different. But one day has a remarkable habit. It never arrives. Because one day has no address. It has no date attached to it. It belongs to no week on any calendar. Time is life's most valuable gift. But it is also life's most honest test. Every day you receive exactly 24 hours. The same number that every person who ever built something extraordinary also received. The question is never whether you have enough time. The question is always, what are you choosing to do with the time you already have? Now think about this. Imagine taking a journey with no arrival time. You would stop frequently. You would get distracted easily. You would lose focus naturally. But when there is a clear deadline, something inside you changes. Your attention sharpens. Your priorities clarify themselves. Your actions become intentional rather than reactive. That is not pressure. That is purpose. Put a date on your goal. Choose a specific day, a specific month, a specific year. Give your dream a deadline. Because when your mind knows there is a finish line, it stops drifting and starts deciding. A deadline does not create unnecessary pressure. It creates necessary purpose. It reminds you that every day matters. Every hour matters. Every decision either moves you closer or allows you to drift further away.